a model. You're going to have a model of what would happen on Earth when it happens. Okay? That's great.
Okay, all right. Everybody at your table, you have a drainage bucket. This is where the water is going to drain into the bucket. You have the green tray is your stream bed model. Everybody say stream bed model.
Stream bed model.
That's your model. All right, in just a moment. Okay, we'll see you later, Lauren. In just a moment, you can stand up with your friends, and you just have to share and be nice to each other. But you're going to push all your dirt. Yeah, this is going to be your bulldozer. You can use it this way or that way. Just use one for right now. But you're going to kind of push all your dirt to one end the best you can, and kind of pack it down. You're going to make just a pile of dirt. And you can take your little hands and scrape the dirt. Okay. Once you get your dirt scraped to the opposite end of your tray, the opposite end from the little hole. You don't want to push it towards the hole because that's where the water's going to go out. You push it to the opposite end, kind of pack it down. And it's okay if it's not perfect. It's fine. We're going to do this more than one time. Then you're going to take your ruler and you're going to lay your ruler, prop it across the end. And then these are going to be your water sources. This is going to be regular rain, rain's clear. This is going to be regular rain. And then this cup's going to be the flood. Think danger, red. This is going to be the flood. So you're going to prop it at the end, and you're going to pour water or rain from the bottle into the little basin, and then you're going to start seeing what happens. You're going to start seeing erosion live on your model, okay? And then after you do just a regular rain, it's going to be a little bit muddy in there. It is okay. Use your hands. Don't worry about it. Just kind of pack it back up and then do it again and see what happens next time. It's going to be muddier next time. It's going to be wet, but that's okay. Just kind of, you're going to pack it back down and just do it again. And Miss Bowman and I are going to be walking around just seeing what you're seeing, giving some advice. You have materials on your table that you can use. This is going to be your bulldozer. This is your water sources. And then you have the little cubes, the centimeter cubes. Those could represent a house, or they could represent a dam in the river, or they could represent what's called a levee. A levee is just a wall right at the edge of the ocean, and it keeps the water back from flooding the town. So you can use these. On your little challenge cards, it says, what happens if you make a mountain? What would happen if you made a mountain? Or what might happen if you use 2 cups at one time? Okay? So you guys can stand up, push in your chairs, and then start packing your dirt to one end. Okay? If you have any questions, raise your hand and I'll help you. Brown. Okay. All right. Oh, good. That's fine. Yeah. Okay.
Go in.
Okay, good. Oh, there. We got some erosion over here. Good job. Okay. All right. What do you call that? Right? Where it meets the ocean. Where the river meets the ocean. Good. Good job. Good. All right. We're seeing. What would you call that? That little indentation right there. Well, the delta's right there where it meets the ocean. What would you call that little meander? Meander. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Are you recording? No, you try it.
Yes.
You try it.
Okay.
You try
You can hear my voice clap one time? You can hear my voice clap 2 times? Okay, now that you've all done it at least one time, I'm going to tell you a secret about your bulldozers. This can be a bulldozer, but it can also be a ramp. And you're going to put this under the soil end of your stream table and prop it up, and it's going to make more of an incline, okay? You're going to make an incline and then see what happens. See if that changes things, okay?
Yeah,
All right,
that's
do it
what
again.
I was getting ready to
Hold up. Yeah, that's okay. Now, it's okay. Okay, now, all right, prop it back up and do it. You don't have to leave that in there, it's okay. Alright? Now, put that back on there. Just put some more water. See what happens. Alright, that looks good, y'all. Okay, hey, make sure that it goes in here. The water. That's okay.
Oh no, it's a flood. Oh no. Oh my god. It's going down more?
Okay, you can use that to build a dam in the river, or like this would be a levee at the ocean to try to keep the water back. And y'all were using that as a levee. That's okay. It looks like chocolate milk. You can hear my voice clap one time? You can hear my voice clap 2 times? Okay, come gather around Sharice's table real quick, okay? If your hands are dirty, it is okay. It is fine. Okay. Alright, now that you've had time to investigate, we're going to do this together and we're going to answer some questions, okay? Alright? And, okay? Alright, and it's okay if it's muddy, that's fine. Okay, I'm sorry.
That sounds better.
Alright, it's fun playing in the dirt, no matter how old you get. Okay, so what do we call this green thing with soil in it? Adrian? It's a model of a stream bed. Okay, and then this was our rain. Yes, okay, I should have called it on you. Alright, let's have Fletcher. You want to put some rain in and then we'll see what we can see, okay? Alright, and that's okay, it came kind of fast.
It's been heavy.
That's all right, yes. Alright, raise your hand if you can see and tell us something that you're seeing in the stream bed. Okay, Fletcher?
A little erosion of that spot, and it's going in 3 spots.
Very good. An erosion in 3 spots, that could be like 3 streams going to the ocean. Okay, what you see? Very good. She saw a meander. What is this part right here where the river meets? Very good. Delta, they said it. Okay. Now, some of the challenge questions said, what would happen if you used 2 water sources at one time? All right. Fletcher, you want to help us? And let's get a flat water source. Yeah. Okay. All right. They said, what would happen if you used 2 water sources at one time? Okay. Yep, they could go together to make one big river. All right, what are you seeing right here? Now, pretend we're a bird and we're looking down from the sky, from a bird's eye view. What would you call that? Adrian? Yeah, I heard somebody say meander. If we were flying above an airplane and we were as small as an airplane, what would that, instead of just being like a little stream, what would it be? Yeah, it could be a valley, right? Because if we're that far above it in an airplane, we're looking at the landscape, right? Okay, so we said delta, we said meander, valley. Okay, they said what would happen if we made it look like a mountain? All right, you want to make a mountain? Make like a little hill, and then we're gonna put water and see what happens. Okay, it's okay to use your hands.
Another good lesson we learned is water always flows downhill, folks. So like some of you, your first time, you had it kind of high in the middle, and then it flowed backwards and frontwards. That's okay. That's okay. But that's just a good lesson. It's always going to slow downhill.
And what happened when we put the use the bulldozer underneath one end to prop it up?
Yeah.
What happened then?
It went faster.
Yeah, the erosion happened faster. Yeah. Okay, that was one of the answers on our worksheet. What happens? What can you do to make the erosion go faster if it's on an incline? And this was kind of another answer. This was like our standard rain, and this was supposed to be our flood. What makes erosion go faster? More water at one time.
A heavy rain.
A heavy rain. Yeah. Okay, Fletcher, you wanna put, I made a mountain and a valley, so let's see what happens now. Okay, all right, what do you call this where the river meets the ocean?
Delta.
It's forming a delta. What's the definition of erosion, children? What is erosion? Haley?
When water breaks off. Land.
Sure. When water breaks off land, and water can do it, what other two ways can we have erosion? Colton?
It like, the water creates something in the land, to
Right.
create like a landform.
Absolutely. Water can create a landform. What are the other two forms of erosion? Water erosion, and there's two more answers. Sean? Wind, and one more. Fletcher?
Ice.
Yeah, very good. What's an example of ice erosion? Starts with a G.
Glacial.
Very good, Adrian. Glacier. Okay, now, as we were talking, our water was going downhill. What happened here between our mountains? It made a what?
Valley.
Very good. It could be, we could call it a canyon, or we could call it a valley. And there's a huge delta there.
What happened to all the good dirt that was sitting up here that we normally would be planting our flowers in our garden in? What happened to it?
It got wet. And
It did get wet.
It
What?
goes
And where did it go?
to.
Yeah.
Some of it went to the ocean, some of it went down. And remember how we talked down at the bottom of a valley? How there's good planting because all that water
That's right. It's very good
Yeah.
soil.
brings that soil.
That's right. Erosion's basically stealing everyone's soil and moving it downstream. So you're lucky if you live downstream because all that good soil's coming to you.